What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers That Filters podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I'm trying out the Ruby Grapefruit White Claw. I don't even know if I've ever had a grapefruit, so I'm gonna see if I like this. It's not bad.
Verdict?
Never had a
Nice.
grapefruit.
Not
Dude,
bad.
that reminds me of. We're already gonna go on tangents. There's this kid in my program that literally brags about not drinking water, and he only drinks Mountain Dew. And
I fucking knew it, dude.
Why would you brag about that?
But
You're gonna fucking die.
He just brags about it's a unique, crazy, kooky thing about him. But it's like
You should
you're-
ask him how having type 2 diabetes at 20 feels.
he drinks energy drinks and Mountain Dew. That's all he drinks.
You start drinking insulin pretty soon.
Yeah, honestly.
Alright. I'm Joseph DeGranchamp, and tonight I'm drinking a black cherry White Claw. First time I've had it.
Basic.
I
Yeah,
think
Joseph, only
I've
you
heard-
are basic. I am not also basic.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I've never had black cherry before, but I've heard that it's like the top flavor for most people.
I've slammed some black cherry White Claws, and they're all right. They're all right.
It's not as cherry-y as I would like. Like
Is it
I'm
as
a big
dark as
fan
you'd
of.
like?
Huh?
Is it as dark as you'd like? What is a dark cherry? Is what I'm getting at.
It's black cherry. Is it
Black
black,
cherry.
enough?
Oh, black cherry. What makes it a black
I mean,
cherry? Is it
I
sweeter?
think
It's a
that's
different type of cherry, Gabe.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a
a
variety
different-
of cherry, I'm pretty sure.
Right. There's sweet cherries, tart cherries, and then black sweet cherries and black tart
okay.
cherries.
Alright.
Get
There's also
educated, Gabe.
there's also
Different.
yellow cherries, which we don't need to get into. But
I don't actually like cherries, so I wouldn't know.
So yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Not that it's not good, but I wanted more cherry.
Okay.
I mean, that kind of White Claw in general is not enough flavor, but
Get
Fizzy
out of
water.
here, Jacob.
it
just
has more
mad-
flavor than LaCroix.
You're just mad because it's seltzer.
Well, speaking of flavor, I'm Gabe, and I'm drinking a Miller High Life, full of flavor.
Holy shit, dude.
I have a tangent about that, but I'll Dave go first.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Dayton, and I'm back drinking the Green Warden, which is the pine tree ale with spruce tips.
Spruce tips in a can.
Yeah.
Okay, so my story with Miller Lite. So I work with
Miller High Life, champagne
Whatever.
beers.
There's a
There's a
difference.
difference.
the
alright?
people I work with are all much older than I am. All right, like there's a couple guys that are both at least 60, and then there's a woman who's 50 and another one who's like probably close to 60 as well. Anyway, so we're having lunch and it's me and the two guys and then the 50-year-old woman, and we started talking about craft beer because she drinks a lot of craft beer and she was in Portland, so we were talking about that. And these other two guys are like, yeah, I don't think I've ever had a craft beer. I just, Miller Lite and Budweiser my entire life. And I'm like, really? Like, I think that's crazy to me. Like, you've never tried a craft beer. It's like, no, like, they're just old school. They just want their piss water,
What on earth?
I would
And they won't
rather
even,
have
and they like
garbage.
refuse to try it. We were trying to like sell them on it, and they're like, no, dude, I'm fine with my Budweiser and my Miller, whatever
Oh
the
my
fuck.
god.
Like, they're just dead set on these light beers, and it just blows my mind.
I have this
Beer's
beer.
like no flavor.
Yeah.
Like, I can get like that being your favorite. Like,
I mean,
this
that's all
is-
they had
This is
growing
the beer I drink, and like this is whatever. But like to just straight up not have and not even want to try something else
Mhm.
Mm.
is just boggling.
I told one of the guys I drink White Claw, and he started giving me so much shit.
I'd rather drink
I'm like-
White Claw than Budweiser.
Yeah, my entire life, get the fuck out of here. But one guy never even had a Guinness before. He's never tried a Guinness.
I
Are
don't
you
think I've ever
fucking
had a
kidding me?
Guinness before, actually.
I've only had one Guinness, and that was right after I turned 21, just to spite you, Jacob, because you talked about how much you liked Guinness in New Zealand.
Well, wait. Oh yeah, Dayton wasn't there. We had that the hockey watch party where we got it.
Yeah,
Remember that? We got the bottles.
yeah, that was the only other time, because that was it St. Patrick's Day?
I don't remember. We were
I think
watching
it
like the
was.
Michigan Tech And
That
a
makes
few
sense
games.
because I was in New Zealand for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think
we
it
got
was.
what was that
We got
other Irish beer?
we got Pizza Hut wings. We got a bunch of dips. We got
Oh yeah.
Guinness bottles. We got a margarita bucket.
Yeah.
It was a
Dude.
bad combination of food.
Those
and
margaritas
drinks.
were not very good because we
No,
put
they
like
were
crushed mango in it, but it was just stringy and it just
What?
was bad.
Wait,
Crushed
wait.
mango?
What?
What
You
are you
put mango
talking
in
about?
yours?
Yes.
It was just we just got the lime mix. We poured a bottle
What
of
I-
tequila in there, mix it up. I don't know what the fuck you were drinking.
Oh, there was mango.
Did you try to
in
make a
mine.
smoothie with it?
I think it was Patty's idea where she like bought a
No,
mango.
okay,
or
I remember
something.
this.
For
I remember you
fuck's
two in the
sake.
kitchen. You two were in the kitchen trying to make it into like a like a blended.
Yeah, she tried to
margarita.
blend it, but mango was
She
just
added
so
mango?
stringy. It was just like you drank and then you got some fucking celery. Wow, I said that so fucking stupid.
had
It
some
was
pulp
just
in
some
there.
stringy like pulp in
Yeah.
your
Ugh.
tequila, and it just did not mix very well. It's pretty shitty.
I mean, you know what
Imagine
you're
that.
getting with the margarita bucket. It's not gonna taste good,
Yeah.
but it'll get you going.
I mean,
It's like when I
not-
pick up a Four Loko.
But like a margarita's 2 ingredients, right? Margarita mix and tequila. That's all. Like
I
you
don't know
go to a
if that's
restaurant.
how it's supposed to be.
You go to a restaurant, 9 times out of 10, that's what they give you. Like, it's unless it's like a really nice restaurant, then they'll like
Are
actually.
you
mix,
telling
like,
me
lime
La
and stuff.
Cantina's using margarita mix?
Did you see they had those slushy machines?
Yeah.
On
That
the
doesn't
bar,
mean that doesn't mean they didn't make them.
but like they
It's
didn't
highly
make them
probable.
individually.
Hey
They
man,
Well, no,
I've
but I
been-
mean like you
those-
can.
No,
You
like
can still
those,
make
you know,
'em,
like
like-
the big slushy machines.
Yeah,
with
yeah, I
the
know what you're talking
force
about, but like
valve.
you can dump like ingredients in there.
I would
Yeah.
assume for like they use like I forget what it's term, but it's like blended raspberries or like
yeah.
whatever
Puree.
they use. It like pure. That's what it is. Pureed raspberries mixed in with the tequila and stuff because that's what they use for like raspberry lemonade at bars a lot of the time.
I think it's just
At
a
restaurants.
Mix, if I had to guess, it's just a mix.
When I
Whatever
was
it is,
in
it tastes
Mexico,
fucking good.
the
La
tequila
Cantina
was,
for
or the margaritas were actually not just mix. I remember them like telling me that it wasn't like like they had the mixed shitty ones and like some decent ones. And I was like, wait, they're different? And it just
Nah, dude,
blew
they
my
just
mind.
fucking bait and switched you.
Nah, they wouldn't do
This
that.
kid's out of town. He won't know the difference. Give him the shit margarita.
Honestly.
He looks about 21. He doesn't know what alcohol really tastes like.
Well, welcome back to the show, everyone. This is episode 46 of the podcast. And if we timed it right, it should be coming out the week of Thanksgiving. So it'll be about Thanksgiving. But before we get into that, remember, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EWF Podcast. And you can find new episodes of our show every Monday on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. So let's get into it. We're going to start out with a BuzzFeed quiz we have been doing recently. And I found a Thanksgiving one. Take this quiz and we'll reveal which horrible Thanksgiving dish you are. And I'm curious to see what they have for like horrible dishes. But
I think cranberry sauce is gonna be one of them.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's
a-
in the
that's
description.
subheading.
Yeah.
Is it?
It says, "Are you like canned cranberry sauce?"
Oh yeah.
My
I don't like the
sister-
canned cranberry sauce, but like homemade cranberry sauce is fucking great.
I think it's gross.
One of my sisters will only eat the canned cranberry sauce,
Ah.
like out of the fucking.
I think
they
that's like
want to wriggle out
Stockholm
of the
syndrome
can.
or Stockholm syndrome. That's what I was going.
There's a
for.
lot of tradition with like
And
the
then like you
food.
just slice it into these discs.
I
and-
know.
oh.
When you see it come out of the can, like I don't want to fucking even look at it. It's just so gross.
Aren't you supposed to open it from both sides and then like
Yeah,
so then you
so
can
that
like
it
push it out?
Yeah, so
Really?
it slides out easier.
I'm pretty sure that's
The
what you're
worst is
supposed
like
to
when
do.
it comes out, it has like the ribbing on it
Yeah,
like from the can.
from the
and
can.
It's like, ugh.
You know it's been
Ribbed.
sitting there.
ribbed for everyone's pleasure.
All right, so
Except
the
instead
first
of
question
pleasure,
is,
Disgust.
what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? You have 4 options: the turkey, mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie, and I'm assuming that's sweet potato casserole, or is that stuffing? I can't
It
really
says
tell.
mixed vegetable and tray. That's the
Yeah.
image description.
It just looks
So it's
like
probably green bean casserole.
But there's like cranberries on it.
So you can put cranberries on green bean.
See,
casserole.
that shouts more sweet potato casserole to me. But I guess it could also be the green bean. It's an
I
unknown
see
casserole.
I see green. I'm guessing it's green bean.
Okay.
regardless, that shit is not my pick because it's unidentified.
See, it is my pick because I would argue that the casseroles are the best part about the Thanksgiving
Dude,
dish.
I
It's like
fuck
turkey's
with
boring.
Potatoes.
Dude, turkey's boring. Mashed potatoes are boring. I don't like pumpkin pie.
What?
So we're going casserole.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. If it's like actual potatoes and not like a mix or a powder, Jesus, it's so fucking good. Can't beat it.
And like garlic mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying not the most exciting part of Thanksgiving.
Well,
like,
and
mashed
then you got
potatoes
the
all
gravy
year.
that came off the. Dude, makes me hungry just thinking about it.
Homemade gravy, yeah, it's super good. I'm a pumpkin pie dude myself.
It's fair.
It's one of the few like desserts I actually like.
Because it doesn't have chocolate or peanut butter.
Do you like chocolate
Yeah.
pie?
Yeah, I love
What about chocolate and peanut butter
Reese's
pie?
peanut
Joseph?
butter bullshit cake.
What about Reese's Pieces smashed up in like a nice little powder and you just drink that? Are
I
you a fan of
snort
that?
it. Just
He does lines of hot cocoa powder.
throwback.
What? That's not a throwback. It's just a random joke I came up with.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fuck with the casserole too.
Hell yeah. Casserole for life. Alright, next question, which I don't think is like Thanksgiving Day related. It just
I
asks.
think it's
It
just
can't
whatever.
be because let's be real. You don't eat lunch on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
The question is, what's your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert? Or dinner.
Breakfast.
Who do I look like? Some idiot? Breakfast.
Oof.
Breakfast.
Fist.
After no, didn't you go and then I got it.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go with dinner. 'Cause That's
Okay,
the only
thank you.
meal. That's the only meal I eat.
He was feeling left out.
How can breakfast be your favorite, Joseph? You eat oatmeal 5 days a week.
Okay.
It's
Let me-
because it's before work. But on
Yeah, but like
weekends,
that's most of your breakfast. And we have usually make pancake stuff on the weekend, on
Yeah.
one day, and then Sunday we usually skip breakfast. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
and I enjoy the process of Saturday morning hungover making breakfast.
He enjoys the process of looking at his reflection in the microwave as his microwaved oats just turn
Hey,
around
hey.
slowly, and he's like, "Fuck, what am I doing with my life?"
Hey, I don't microwave the oats. I boil water. I have a water kettle and I boil water.
All right.
It's
So
still
let me
instant oatmeal.
revise that. Peering down into the water, looking at your reflection as the water slowly starts to bubble. How's that, Joseph?
It's a bit better.
Okay, breakfast is my favorite, even though like I don't have fucking great breakfasts every morning. But god damn it, I've had so many
Wait.
like it's. Like,
Gabe just
what?
said breakfasts.
Yeah, he did.
Did
And we're just gonna gloss over it.
Just
Alright.
ignore me. Multiple breakfasts.
This is like the third
Breakfast is-
time he's stumbled over his words.
I know.
think it's.
I've been
we're
stumbling today too. It's one of those days.
10 minutes in.
I may have
It's gonna
had.
be a fun one.
I
boys
may have
and
been
girls.
drinking earlier on an empty stomach. Anyways,
It's a Thursday.
I don't care, dude. I'm done with my homework.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Breakfast is my favorite, even though I don't make it all the time. It's just like one of those things. It's like, ooh, you wake up and you get a nice treat.
We're making waffles.
Yeah.
Waffles are superior to pancakes.
I agree.
Just throw that out there.
100%.
I know Joseph is gonna give me
You
a
guys
look
should
for
get a
that,
waffle
but,
maker.
we
But
need to get a
then-
griddle, honestly.
Yeah, we need to get a griddle or like a George.
Hey, when I
Foreman
take your
grill
spot
type
in the
thing.
apartment, I have a griddle, so.
That is true. I was gonna buy a griddle, and now I'm not.
God damn it, Joseph! Fuck you, Gabe. You're ruining this for me.
What he's
Hey,
saying is
next
he can't
week-
wait till you leave. That's what he's trying
You've got
to
a
say.
good
Yeah, yeah.
pancake situation already. All right. You got,
Yeah. It's
You
too
have to-
slow for my liking, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll get over it.
Choose something to do during the fall. Pick pumpkins.
There's
Okay,
no
now,
descriptions,
like-
it's just photos.
Okay, now
There's
here's the issue.
just
Okay, so I'm gonna give
stairs
you
to
there's
a
two
beach.
options. Yes, there's the pumpkins. There's like staying in bed and reading a book with significant other. But then there's two that could be both construed
I
as
would
hiking.
say the
There's
one
that's
is-
definitely hiking.
The other one's a beach. It's definitely
A
more
beach.
like beachy.
You don't go to the beach in the fall. It's fucking cold.
Okay, maybe not in
Coward.
Minnesota.
Yeah, maybe it's
Maybe you
Florida or
do
something.
in Florida. Huh?
Fuck I do.
Kid.
I'm going with hiking.
I'm gonna do the hike because it's a really pretty mountain in the photo.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
pretend
the
that's
hike,
running. 'Cause I like running in the fall.
we know Dayton's going pumpkin patch, so he can buy a bunch of pumpkins and smash them.
But that's not something I do a lot in the fall though. That's like a one-time thing.
Hey Dayton, when we come to visit for Thanksgiving, can we like shoot your guns at pumpkins?
Yikes.
Can we shoot
maybe.
your guns while we're drunk?
Specifically when we're drinking.
I'm looking forward to mixing alcohol and firearms. That's my Thanksgiving.
We'll find out who's really liked.
I'm gonna stay in the house.
Next question. Choose an activity after Thanksgiving dinner. You can play Jenga with your dumb cousin,
Yeah, fuck
go
that.
shopping with your dumb cousin, watch Netflix with your dumb cousin, or take a nap.
With your dumb cousin.
Where's the drink more booze option?
Yeah, where's get drunk and just have dumb conversations with your family?
Oh,
Dude, I'm taking the nap 100%.
I
I'm gonna
want to
go
play
with.
Jenga with a kid.
I'm playing games just so that I can like start petty fights with my family.
1v1 me, bro. It's fucking checkers.
Probably gonna go with games too, because I know my mom's gonna pull some bullshit and make us
Skip-bo.
play heads up,
Oh, I thought
as
it was
we always
Skip-bo.
do.
Dude, that's
who's
my
the
mom.
bow?
Oh, that's
My
your
mom's
mom.
a skip-bo on every fucking time.
Like, fine, I'll make you happy. I'm only here a couple times a year.
I'm just
get
gonna go with Netflix so we can just make some popcorn and keep eating, and
You
not
gotta
have
keep
to
eating,
play
goddamn.
skip-bo.
See, like, I always get really sleepy after Thanksgiving meal because I eat so much and I get
But I
to
don't.
pass the
I don't
fuck
wanna
out.
shop. You know.
It's Black Friday. You gotta
Definitely not.
You
I
gotta
don't.
start shopping at 8 p.m. on Black
Yeah,
Thursday.
on
Black
Thanksgiving. Fuck
Thursday.
that shit.
On Gray Thursday.
Great Thursday.
Okay, how would you like your turkey cooked? Deep fried, roasted, smoked, or pass on the turkey?
I'm thinking smoked.
How is
I'm a
turkey?
roasted.
I feel like it would
normally
make it tough,
Myself.
but the idea of it sounds really good.
I don't know if that. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I've never had it, but like smoked turkey doesn't sound like. I don't feel like the flavor of smoke will go with the flavor of turkey.
Yeah, but I douse it in gravy, so I don't give a fuck.
I guess.
I just the idea of it sounds really good, rather than the actual thing, because I hate turkey. Let's be real. Turkey sucks.
there's an option to not have turkey.
Yeah,
But he's gonna. But you're gonna eat
But
it.
I'm not
like, if it's
a
there, you're gonna eat it.
vegan. I'm not a heathen. All right, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, here's the best thing about the turkey.
This bird died
gravy.
for me, so I'm gonna eat it.
You slather the fucking. See, the thing for me is turkey always seems kind of dry, regardless of how it's cooked.
Gabe, we're gonna get into that, but right now I need to know how do you like your turkey cooked.
Oh,
we're gonna
I'm,
get to
I'm
the
sorry,
food
I fucked up
the
your
rest
tangent.
of the episode.
Sorry,
We're gonna
I
get
fucked-
there. I want to go into like very detailed turkey mechanics later in this
Oh,
episode.
okay, I didn't realize you had a plan. I was just, speaking opinion. I'm gonna go with smoked.
Have you ever
because-
had a smoked turkey, Gabe?
Yes, I have. It's pretty decent.
Okay. And then Dayton, I'm assuming you're passing.
Yeah. Yep.
Hard
Turkey's
pass.
always sucked, even when I did eat meat.
Again,
Turkey's easily the worst.
Yeah,
that great.
It
it's
fucking sucks.
you gotta
I
douse it in
You know what?
gravy for it to be worth
I'm
it.
just
Yeah,
gonna I'm
honestly.
just gonna say it. I don't care that people like turkey. It sucks.
Only us four are gonna get that fucking reference.
Nah, dude. Anyone who watches like YouTube will.
Isn't
will-
it a
Or
Vine? Or was it a Vine?
compilations.
It wasn't originally a Vine. It was just.
Was
like
it not?
I feel like it appears on Vine compilations though.
Yeah,
That's how
but
we
it's
usually
not
see
a
it.
Vine though.
Okay, last question. What's
Wait,
your
did-
favorite
did you
thing
answer
about
it, Jacob?
Thanksgiving season? I said roasted
Oh, okay.
in the oven. What's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving season? Family, food, the outdoors, or shopping?
Well,
Okay,
gonna
Thanksgiving
say
up
it.
here is just fucking snow. So, fuck that. I'm going with food because I like going home and not having to cook, and it's good food because I'm a bad cook anyways. So I'm gonna go with food.
I would say food, but I'm gonna go family. It's nice seeing people you haven't seen in a while.
nah. Family's alright.
I'm definitely tied between family and food, especially now that I live further away. But I think I'm just gonna go with fuck. I don't know. I'll go with family.
Okay, Joseph, you're going food.
Who said that? I'm thinking the fall colors. I like the fall
okay.
colors. I think it's
Are there
I just knew you
leaves
weren't
on the
going family,
trees?
so
huh?
Are there leaves on the trees even?
they were for like a day.
Nephew
Like, they
Calvin's
turned-
gonna be so disappointed in your answer.
Good.
All
He's
right.
not gonna hear it.
What'd we get, boys?
I got canned cranberry sauce.
As you deserve.
It heard me talking shit.
What's the description for it?
You're not a complete disaster, but you do tend to take shortcuts that only lead you to a dead end.
Oh.
That's pretty accurate, honestly. Not to like give you a bunch of shit, Joseph. That's pretty apt.
I'll take it, you know. It could be worse. Could be worse.
All right, well, let's continue the train in accuracy. I got green bean casserole.
Hey,
And-
Green
that's
casserole's
my
not a
favorite.
shitty
No,
food.
no,
Yeah,
that is
it's the
my
best
favorite
fucking
one.
dish.
Whoa, I'm talking about the description. I'm not talking about
Okay.
the food. I have
Alright,
nothing
alright.
against green bean casserole. It says you have good intentions, but most of the time, but other times you can be a bit selfish. I totally am a little bit selfish.
That's true. That's true. But like the green bean casserole hate needs to stop. All right,
Yeah,
you get
I
the
agree,
French's
dude.
fried onions on there.
Oh my
I
god.
do
Oh,
enjoy it. I
God
like
damn.
it quite a bit.
Dude, I fuck with green bean casserole so hard.
I think
I
it's one
fuck
of those
green bean
things though, where
casserole.
it looks gross, you know.
Oh, dude,
So
I don't care.
people
Close
avoid
your
it?
fucking eyes. Taste with your taste buds.
Dayton, did we get the same thing because we had similar answers?
I
The
get
tofu turkey.
no, I got ambrosia salad.
What
Oh,
the fuck is that?
It's like
That's a
that
dessert.
weird. It's like that weird like fruit salad with like
it's really good.
marshmallow and like cream and stuff.
It's
Oh, that
essentially
sounds-
like whipped cream. You essentially mix
Oh.
whipped cream and yogurt, and then
I
you
s-
mix in marshmallows and fruit, and the marshmallows absorb the whipped cream and yogurt and get really like
I should have hate that shit.
Engorged.
gooey and gorged. Yeah, they're really
It's
fucking
so
it's good.
gross.
The description for it is you're colorful and vibrant, but you tend to go way overboard at times.
Dude, this quiz is fucking killing it.
I
Holy
think
shit!
this is the only good quiz we've
I
taken.
know.
I feel like mine fits too. I got tofu turkey.
Oh,
You're out. You're outgoing and kind, but you also struggle with your identity and have a hard time fitting in. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of ours were at least decently close.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
good
this is like
job.
horoscopes.
But
This is-
BuzzFeed.
This is our Thanksgiving horoscope. Take it with you wherever you go.
God, this is
Yikes.
the only quiz made by this person. I was gonna see if they had other quizzes that were like really good too.
What's your sign, or what your sign tells you about your? I don't know.
This
Don't
is
know
the
where I was going
only
with that.
the only quiz they have.
Well, let's get into the topic, which is Thanksgiving, and I want to go straight into the food because Gabe brought it up earlier.
I actually
I wanna-
fucking ruined your tangent.
No, you didn't ruin it. I just want to get into it in full detail. So I want to talk about what's your guys' like perfect plate, and how are you assembling food, like mixing it possibly or anything like that,
All right, first
But-
off, it's plates. All right, it's plates.
as opposed. Oh, I see what you mean. I mean like opposed to like bowls. I'm like the fuck. I know what you mean. Yeah, multiple plates.
I don't know. I always have. I mean, you have to have turkey, but that's usually like pretty minimal. It's more of like for the tradition, right?
Did you guys ever have ham there?
Yeah. A lot of times.
ham. Yeah.
I've seen a ham a few times.
I can totally fuck with stuffing. I love stuffing so fucking much. Stuffing's so good. So it's usually you got some turkey, you got stuffing, you got corn, you got potatoes. All of that's covered in gravy because I'm fucking disgusting and it's Thanksgiving. Don't give a shit. Super good. That's my first plate. Second plate's mostly dessert, but I'll let you guys go on with the main course.
Okay, I'm gonna break this the fuck down for you, Gabe. All right. We need to travel clockwise around because what things are next to each other matters. Okay.
Oh
It
my
does
God.
not matter.
We'll start with the mashed potatoes. Boom. Right next to that, we got the turkey. Right. Right next to turkey, we got the stuffing. Okay. I'm gonna pause you for a second because before we move on, we have to put cranberry sauce on the turkey, and then put gravy on all three of those things. Okay.
Gravy
And-
and cranberry sauce.
Yes, dude. Gravy plus cranberry sauce on turkey. Ooh, baby, that's some good shit. And also, again, before I move on, when you're going in for a bite, you grab a little bit of mashed potato, a little bit of stuffing, a little bit of turkey with gravy
No, I
and
was just
cranberry,
gonna
get that
ask
all in
if
one
you're a
fork.
compartment eater or not.
No, on Thanksgiving, everything gets mixed
Yeah,
together.
on Thanksgiving, it's just like, ooh, let's try this. Ooh, let's try that.
Yep. And then for the second half of the plate, you gotta have the green bean casserole. You gotta have, well, let's say like a Hawaiian bun. A Hawaiian roll is
Some
great.
sort of roll.
Some sort of roll, and you also have to have some sort of other casserole. Typically a corn casserole, maybe like a sweet potato, but probably not if you already have mashed potatoes. But I like a good corn casserole in there. And I usually mix together the corn casserole and green bean casserole, maybe with the mashed potatoes, maybe a little gravy thrown in there too. I just like mixing everything to fuck together on Thanksgiving because it all just blends so perfectly.
Jacob, have you ever thought about just taking all of your leftovers and just throwing them into a huge garbage bag and then just like
eating it
throwing
in
it
a
in your
handful.
fridge? Yeah.
It's a well, Dayton, that would be a good idea, but I feel like you have to mix it on the fork because if they're mixed together for too long, then things start getting soggy. You don't want when everything's right consistency. You mix it on the fork and put it together, and it's perfect.
Okay.
What are your guys' opinions on this? Is a side tangent. Deviled eggs.
Nah.
You don't like
Miss me
them?
with that shit.
Oh, dude, I
Miss me
love
with that.
them.
They're pretty good.
They're so good.
I'm not a big eggs
had
guy unless they're scrambled. But I have been making soft-boiled eggs to put in ramen this week, which has been pretty good.
See, I'm not a big egg person, but something about deviled eggs is just always super good. I don't know. I can eat those.
Because you got that wild side to them. You know?
Yeah, you got a little
Devil.
bit of
They
craziness
got
and
got a bit of kick to them, you know. They're not just regular eggs. They're
right.
Deviled.
Also, quick question about the
Deviled.
turkey. I'm assuming you guys, when you have turkey, there's like the white meat and the dark meat, you know?
Yeah.
Who the fuck's taking the dark meat? I mean, it's white meat 24/7.
Hold on. Fuck off.
You just hit your mic, dude.
I know I did. I just punched my mic. Sorry about that. It's all about the dark meat. You get the thighs and the legs. And get the fuck out of here with those dry ass breasts. All right. It's
I mean, somebody has to eat it. I'm
dark
glad you're
meat
picking up the
all
scraps,
day.
Joseph, but I'm on the white meat train.
best shit out there.
My aunt makes a very juicy turkey, and I like it. All right, I'm not ashamed to say it. I like turkey. Okay, I like
Turkey
it.
is the
Yikes.
worst.
Well, you should be
Especially
ashamed.
if it's dry. That's where the cranberry and the gravy comes in. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, but
See,
You're
most
solving.
of the time
you're,
you don't
you're
get
solving
those
a
crutches.
problem. You're solving a problem that shouldn't exist.
That is true. Turkey's one of the few things that like you kind of have to put gravy on. Like one of the few
Yeah.
meats, like
Turkey fucking sucks.
I mean, yeah, but like, what else you can have on Thanksgiving? I mean, besides ham.
I don't mind turkey as a lunch meat. I can do that. Cause
I
like,
don't trust it.
Well, I mean,
I don't trust poultry lunch meat. I'm just gonna say it.
So you just get ham.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
say
get-
it. I don't
I-
care that you don't eat turkey lunch meat.
Also, let me
I-
throw this out there for you. All right, you get the Hawaiian bun. You crack it open. This is the next day, right? It's leftovers the next day. You split the Hawaiian bun in half. You make turkey, stuffing, gravy sandwich on there.
I've
It's
never
called a
done
hot
that.
Fucking
turkey
good shit.
sandwich.
But that
Are you
sounds
serious?
Best shit.
You never had a turkey stuffing sandwich?
No, but I'm gonna try it now.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
It's the fucking best. You just load up all this shit and it's a fork and knife sandwich. So fucking good.
Oh, dude, the buns are so small. I just fucking.
Oh
stuff
no,
them.
I get like 2 slices of bread, lay them down, then you hit turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and then gravy. Just make it a soup. Just so much gravy.
Make it
I
a
was gonna say, that
stew.
sounds more like soup than a
enough
sandwich.
enough to clog your arteries. You know, that's what the day after Thanksgiving's really about. But no, the real key to day of Thanksgiving is you get a piece of turkey that has extra, like one of the edge pieces that has the extra skin on it, like the roasted skin. That's where the good shit is. You get that crunch, and then you just cover it all in gravy. It doesn't matter what you have on the plate, bun, the rolls, the green beans, everything. Dessert, that all gets covered in gravy.
The dessert, holy shit! You're putting gravy
You
on
put
pumpkin pie?
gravy
Get
on
the fuck outta
pumpkin
here.
pie. What the
Dude,
fuck's wrong
everything. Gravy. I just eat gravy. That's all I taste on Thanksgiving.
Joseph, consider
Gravy.
consider my offer for you to come up revoked.
with you? Oh.
Joe, is there any
Alright.
other dishes that we haven't said yet that you throw in on Thanksgiving?
Not really. No. My Thanksgivings are pretty standard. Yeah.
Okay. Dayton, now, can you tell us your pre-vegan and post-vegan Thanksgiving dishes?
Well, I haven't had a post-vegan Thanksgiving yet, so I'll just say what I have eaten in the past.
Okay.
Usually, my dish would be, or my plate, half stuffing, half green bean casserole, and then that's like the base layer, and
That's
then
the base, yeah.
and then you like stack shit on top of
Oh,
it,
you're a layer guy. All right.
and then
Dude, I've been thinking about Thanksgiving all wrong. I've always been a clock guy. You're going. There's layers to this shit.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
thinking
and
It
lasagna.
just keeps going deeper and deeper.
and then I would throw some like cheesy potatoes, and
Oh, that's.
I
yeah.
would throw on.
Oh,
like,
I forgot
a
about
little-
cheesy potatoes.
a little bit of turkey. And once again, I used to be a dark meat guy because they would avoid the dry piece of shit that white meat is. And then, yeah, some like rolls. And then I would usually eat all that, go back up for seconds, and then I would just get like all green bean casserole and stuffing. Yeah, that's about it. But now afterwards, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay, so then what's the dessert situation?
Oh, I used to make a mean dish that my grandma gave me the recipe to. We just called it green fluff, and it's
Okay, yeah, my cousins have a green fluff. They call it Watergate for some reason. But it might be the same thing as
What's
that.
it?
There's like marshmallows in there.
yeah. There's marshmallows. You have lime Jello mix. You have vanilla ice cream.
Yep,
Wait,
dude, that's the same shit.
Dude, I
Same
made
shit we
this.
have.
I made this for our Friendsgiving, like whatever it was, like last year,
Yeah. I remember
and
that.
no one ate it.
I had some.
Did it look weird?
No one. It was green,
Then I
and
probably
no one.
ate it.
No one ate it. You guys are a bunch of shallow pricks.
I don't like dessert, so I don't think I ate any of the dessert that day. So.
Dane's
pull up
so
their
fucking
friends
fired
doing
about this. He remembers it from a year ago.
Yeah, Gabe, because I fucking slaved away to make this dish, and no one
You slaved away.
appreciated it.
I
you
had
remember-
it. I tried it. I remember.
Do you remember how long Alan spent on that stuffing?
Dude, that was worth it though. That was
It was
that
pretty
pork
good.
belly.
Oh,
Okay, I'm just
good.
gonna read off what we did. So last year we did a Friendsgiving at the house where we all made a dish and we all ate together. It was really awesome. So Gabe and Patty made mac and cheese. Alan made this pork belly stuffing. Holy fuck, that was good.
He
Just-
he spent all day on it. I remember.
We had cheesy potatoes, green bean casserole. Josh made smoked ribs, which were most of them were good. Some of them were on the edges and weren't as good. And then we had the ham. We made the ham in the crock pot.
I made the ham in the crock pot that I made Cooper pay for.
I know we had other
Little
stuff too. That's all I
bitch.
had in the picture. And we had some desserts too, but those ribs are fucking good.
Yeah, that was.
It was a good day. That was the day before my birthday. I remember we got to eat, and then we went out to the bars after.
Mhm.
Yep.
And Josh's friend was visiting and made us Moscow mules that were so
Oh
tasty.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Moscow
that was a
mules.
good day because I think that was, if I remember, that was like just before break, so we didn't have any
Yeah.
homework to do. We just hung out
Yeah.
and
Just stuffed our faces.
ate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it was
that
it was good for
Saturday
the
or
people that had their food enjoyed by others.
It was good for the people that made good food.
Hey, I made the ham too.
That is true.
Yeah, that's just Cooper's an idiot.
Yeah, step the fuck back, Joseph.
Yeah, Cooper shows up, gives you money for the ham, and doesn't do shit for it.
Well, and don't
It's
forget,
our
it was a
food.
holiday ham because the grocery store we went to, Econo and Houghton, did this in the fall. It would do these holiday bucks, so like
It
you go to the
wasn't.
store.
No, that was different. Because we got that around Christmas.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Are you
I'm
sure?
getting my
Yeah.
I'm
It was
getting
on
my holiday
sale, though.
bucks right now.
It was on sale.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still before Thanksgiving right now, Gabe. Anyway.
Yeah, but I
so
don't think
sorry.
you can claim it until December. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
you're right. You're right. So yeah, I guess
Yeah, because we got two
we
hams.
acquired. Yeah, we had enough money to buy 2 hams for free. 'Cause we had like,
Two full hams, not even like knockoff brand hams, like name brand hams.
Dude, the fucking
Fucking
video that I took of the fucking port cashier is 16 years old, 17, and he has to scan 100 of our fucking receipts. Because the way it works is if you spend over, I think it's 30 or 40 bucks,
Yeah.
you get 50 cents off a ham. But there was 8 of us, and we acquired. They start like in September, like late September. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
usually October.
I think it was
But-
October.
I mean, we had 8 people's worth of groceries.
Seven people,
7 people's worth of groceries for what?
Well,
3
Gabe
months?
and Patty is 8.
Yeah,
I guess.
and
But yeah.
by the time we
Yeah.
had it all scanned, that poor guy.
I'm pretty sure I bought like a Natty Daddy or like a Four
Yeah, you
Loko
did,
or
you
something
did.
like when I bought those, and it was just like the epitome of trash. Like,
Yeah,
2
we
free
spent,
hams
like,
and Natty Daddies
$3.
for $3.
no regrets.
Sorry. So going back to dessert. So Dayton has green fluff.
Yeah. Yep. And
What
then
else we got?
pecan
Someone made
pie.
Cookies. Didn't someone make cookies or something?
Sugar
I'm just saying in
cookies?
general for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, pecan pie, and usually like some cheesecake and
Ooh.
pumpkin pie. Yep.
Joseph, what's your dessert situation look like?
Well,
My
whatever is
grandma
it's
used
smothered
to
in
make-
gravy.
I just don't like dessert, man. I like the savoriness of gravy rather than the sweetness of.
His dessert is a bowl of gravy with some whipped cream.
I just IV that shit right into my veins.
Let it coagulate.
Exactly. My grandma used to make a Texas sheet cake like every family get together. So that was always like a staple. And but yeah, usually like the basic, pecan pie, not pecan.
Get fucked, Dayton.
I said
well,
I didn't say pecan.
Joseph, did he say
Definitely did.
pecan?
I don't remember.
Dude, listeners, they're gonna know you said pecan. You definitely said pecan.
I say pecan.
Well,
it's
that's not how
pecan.
you said it.
What?
In
Roll
in
the tape
Georgia-
back.
In Georgia, if you say pecan, they'll say pecans are by your bed, pecans are what you eat. Like a piss can.
It's a good
or,
zinger.
Anyway, but yeah, it's usually the standards. We don't have none of that green fluff bullshit, but
Joseph, I will literally fight you when I see you. The
He's-
first that I set my eyes on you in a few weeks, I'm gonna just lay you out.
No, what you need to do is make some
you
green
and your
fluff
friend.
and then just like smash it in his face. That's what you need to do.
Put it in a pie tray and then just
There you go.
smash it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my family, we have our version of green fluff, which is called Watergate for some reason. And then there's
Just the
pumpkin pie.
funniest fucking thing.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's just a weird family thing. We have pumpkin pie, apple pie, and if I'm lucky, French silk pie, because I fucking love French silk pie. Which isn't really a pie. It's more of like a, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's definitely not really a pie. But I love it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just like, okay, so you have like a pie crust, and it's just like chocolate mousse, and then
It's pretty good.
like
okay.
like a little bit hardened whipped cream. It's not like it's more of like a frosting than
Is
whipped
it a
cream.
meringue?
I
Isn't
couldn't
that what
tell
that
ya.
is?
Possibly. And then it's like shaved chocolate strips on top.
Hmm.
Oh, it's good. But yeah, I don't like pumpkin pie, so I usually eat the apple or the French silk.
Interesting.
Good, what do you got?
Okay.
Well, my Thanksgiving's weird because like it changes every other year because I have 2 Thanksgivings. So like the desserts change, but I mean, the ones that come to mind for me are like your classics. You got your pumpkin pies and your, I don't know. They go, especially like on my stepmom's side of the family. Like she will just like her and her sisters will just make a pie of anything. So like come Thanksgiving and Christmas, like we have so much. It's fucking awesome. The only caveat I guess that like comes to mind is my grandma on my dad's side is diabetic, so there's sugar-free pies. So like every now and then you like get a slice and like, ooh, pie, and then you take a bite and it's like, this tastes like fucking dog shit. I'd rather eat dog shit because it's sugar-free. But yeah, I guess like just the classic, like, pumpkin pie. If you guys had pumpkin rolls are big in my mom's side of the family.
Wait, is that the thing that Josh's mom made for us? That
Yeah.
big like roll like
Yeah.
log thing?
Yeah, my mom made some for us as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Those are
just
good.
like, it's cream cheese and pumpkin. It's really unhealthy, but it's pretty good.
All right,
My
what
favorite
about
is when-
bread pudding?
I've never had it.
I don't think I've had it either.
It's pretty good. I
Dude,
don't
wait,
hate it,
Joseph, you came over after Thanksgiving last year, didn't you?
probably. I think I've had bread pudding.
Oh wait, maybe I ate all the bread pudding before you come over.
I mean, it's not like one of my favorite things, but I'm pretty
Dude,
sure I've
my
had it
mom
before.
made some bread pudding last year that was fucking amazing.
What's even in it? What are the ingredients?
Bread and
Pudding.
Pudding.
sugar. I I don't know. It's made with what's that? What's brioche? Is that the sweet bread?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I think it's
It
brioche.
could be.
Yeah, something like you just like tear off a bunch of brioche and then you like bake it with some other like shit in it and it gets really tasty.
Mm. Interesting. My favorite thing is when you have like a nice slice of like apple pie with some ice cream, and the warm apple pie like melts the ice cream, and like the melted ice cream
Mode.
mixes with the apple juice or the apple and like the cinnamon
Apple pie is
juice and
fucking
like
great.
mix together, make that little cream, and then it's so good. Fucking
Totally
love that
can
shit.
fuck with some apple pie.
I made an apple pie earlier this year.
Oh, didn't you? Well, you had that
You
really
get the-
like delicate over top. I don't know what they call it. The top layer, the top crust. Crust. If only there was like a way to describe it.
If only there was a single syllable
It-
word
it
to
was
describe
like-
this thing.
Yeah, just describe the edge of something.
Yeah,
The
it
crisp, crunchy edge.
Yes.
Of something.
it turned out all right. For my first pie, I think it turned out pretty well.
Nice.
Joseph, what was the name when we were watching the chef show and that lady made that pie, but it wasn't called a pie? It was called where she like folded over the top with peaches. You know what I'm talking about?
I
You're
have
killing me.
no idea.
The episode of the chef show where they made the Thai food, right? They're also the lady making the pies.
You guys watch like Great British Bake Off or something?
No, it's the
it's
chef show with John Favreau.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually the name. The chef.
yeah, it's
show.
actually called the chef show.
Oh, I thought you were
Um,
just like spitballing.
No, because John Favreau was in a movie called Chef. And so the show is him and the guy who taught him how to cook. And they like drive a food truck around and meet other chefs and just talk about food and cook food and shit. It's really good.
It's a fucking great show. But anyway, this lady makes a pie, but it's not called a pie. I was trying to remember what the name of it is. But it's more like rustic, so you don't have like a typical pie crust on top. It's like just you imagine like the pie crust being a lot wider, so you put the filling in, and then you
Is it a
fold over the
cobbler?
top.
No, cobblers
No.
don't do that.
For some reason, I feel like it starts with a P, but anyway,
I,
it's like it's almost open. It's almost open top because when you fold over the top, it doesn't cover it completely.
Mhm.
Anyway, it looks really good.
So it's a half-assed pie.
Sounds like that chef's a hack.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do you guys want to talk about with regard to Thanksgiving? I know Dayton, you kind of postulated the topic. Do you want to talk about like family or traditions or?
Yeah, like what do you guys do after you finish eating?
Clean up
Drink.
and drink.
I usually nap or play a game with my family or watch like basketball's usually on or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, now that we have little chitlins running around again, it's pretty fun. Watch my nieces and nephews just do dumb shit. I enjoy that quite a bit. But yeah, that's usually about it.
The past few years we've been going to my uncle's house in Illinois, and he has like a pretty nice place where he has like a theater kind of set up in his basement. So we watch movies, or he has a ping pong table. My brother is really into playing poker, so he'll usually get like some poker going every night. But yeah, I usually like to just lay down and just talk to people or watch something. So
Mhm. Right on. Yeah, we eat Thanksgiving at like pretty early, like 1 or 2, and then we let it digest for a little bit, and then we have desserts at like I don't know, like 6 or 7, and then we invite over some of our family friends, and we all just get together and eat desserts and drink, shoot the shit. Sometimes we play some games, but yeah, it's pretty fun.
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, you
Gabe?
go.
Usually just. Well, sometimes we'll split Thanksgiving, so like I'll get it with like one family member and then have Thanksgiving a second time at another, which is awful because you just can't. You're so full, but it's usually just
Like the same day?
yeah.
like
so
different
like
days?
my
That's nuts.
My mom's side always does Thanksgiving at lunch. So sometimes I'll have Thanksgiving at lunch, and then at like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock I'll go over and then have it again at 4 or 5.
Dude, holy shit.
It's impossible. Like, I never eat that much. But yeah, I guess we just mostly just kind of relax. Just, well, something will come on TV, or we'll just watch something and just drink, shoot the shit. Like
Watch the Lions get their asses handed to
every
them.
year, dude. It comes on TV, and it's just kind of a talking point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of, like, I don't even like football that much, but I think it's interesting and kind of nice how there's always a game on during family events, so people don't want to talk to each other. They can just all watch football. You know, like, it's that kind of safety net for family gatherings, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
Do your families like? Is there any like funny fights that happen? Like any little like bickering? Like, you know, on Twitter how there's like the clap back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That never happens at my family
My
gatherings.
cousins are all assholes to me, but you know, that's pretty standard.
You know, I will say, there's one thing that like kind of comes to mind that like kind of irks me about Thanksgiving, and Dad, if you're listening, I would like this to change. Every fucking Thanksgiving on my dad's side, they put me at the kids' table, which is like whatever. But like, there's new kids now, right? Because like generations or whatever. So now there's like fucking 8-year-olds.
What's with the air quotes?
So now there's like 8-year-olds, and then there's me who's like having a beer, and I'm just like listening to them like bicker and
Talk
you know,
about Fortnite.
yeah, seriously, they're talking about Minecraft or Fortnite, and it's just like, I just want to fucking, I don't know, eat my food and not have to hear you guys yell, because they get
I
really
don't know.
loud.
Gabe, that honestly sounds like a blessing, because like, what if they're talking about like politics and shit?
That's
at the-
true. That's really
At the
uncomfortable.
table, like, dude, I don't want to do that. If
One-
I could just sit at a table and not have any obligation to talk and drink a beer, that sounds pretty alright to me. I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
I guess. It's just more of like, I don't know. I don't really know how to interact with kids at that age.
Dude, you just make
That's-
fart noises.
Yeah, that's true.
See,
When,
Joseph and I
uh,
were talking about the kids' table last night, and Joseph said it best. We're like, you don't get out of the kids' table until you get married. So
Yeah,
if you want to get
Yeah.
out of it, Gabe, and fucking lock it down, all right?
No.
that's how it works at my family. But if you like, we still like I don't sit next to like my nieces and nephews usually. Well, they're also pretty small that like their parents usually sit next to them, because you know you gotta feed them. You know, like they're still pretty young.
Yeah.
But like the generation gaps usually separate out. Like even like my older niece, we don't usually sit. She sits like at a different table with like other younger kids.
Yeah.
So it's just like the cousins I grew up with.
No,
Yep.
I usually get stuck in the card table. And it just,
Oh,
like,
it's still a card table.
It's
like three
always a card table.
It always
It's
is.
funny
Like
to
three-
me.
it comes out of the basement twice a year, once for Thanksgiving, once for Christmas. It's
Yep.
not big enough.
Yep.
And then you
Or just like one of those other shitty plastic folding tables. You know, it's always what it is.
Yep.
Um,
I mean,
What's so funny to me about the kids' table is, like, no matter how, at least in my family, no matter how old you get, you're still subject to the kids' table if you're on the younger end of everyone there.
oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my mom is the youngest of 3, so like me and my brother are like 2 out of the 3 youngest cousins. So like we're always gonna be at the kids' table, is because like we're relatively the youngest. Now there's
Yeah.
new kids being born, so that might change it
Right.
up. But they're so young that you can't really leave them unattended.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
I mean, I
But
get
we'll
there's only so much space. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But it just like the conversation that I have with an 8-year-old isn't meaningful to me.
You just gotta goad them with like Fortnite and just like bother them.
Yeah, dude,
You
gas them up.
Dude,
Yeah.
the,
Get
him
la-
talking
the
about
last time
Redstone.
I was around them, they were just like, "You got any games on your phone?" type of a thing, and it just
ugh.
like,
Dude, you gotta get them to call you a boomer. You gotta get them to say okay, boomer to you. That's the goal.
like
this
actually,
year.
I'm a Zoomer, so
Also, the real way, if you want to get to the adult table, Gabe, is you gotta open up a slot, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
open.
Maybe
Oh, you're talking about killing a family member. All right.
You wanted to kill his aunt or uncle?
I was thinking more of a grandparent. I mean, they're on the way out anyway.
Oh
Yeah,
my
open up a
God.
slot.
Jesus Christ. It got dark really fucking quick.
Hey, results get results, alright?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not the one who's annoyed by sitting with 8-year-olds, okay? I mean, make your own luck.
Look, I mean, the drinks help. Don't get me wrong.
See, that's the thing too, is my family doesn't drink. Like, on both sides, nobody in my family really drinks. Like
How do you guys
last,
talk to each other?
I mean,
How
it's
do you
all. That's the thing. It's like
tolerate
it's all superficial stuff. Nobody like talks about anything like super like real. You know, it's
All
always
right,
like,
so
oh,
Jacob, this
your
is what
kid,
you
blah,
do
blah,
at Joseph's Thanksgiving. You just freaking crack open a brewski and say, "Hey, how about that impeachment trial?"
Dude, for
Don't
Christmas
get
last
my
year,
mom
Crazy
going
Kath
on
would
any of that
literally
bullshit.
chop my head off, dude.
Oh
Like,
my god.
for Christmas last year, I brought Patty to my stepmom's side of the family, and the first thing one of my step uncles says to me, or step great uncles, I don't know, some former family member, just goes, "Are you a liberal or a conservative?" And I was like, and then he's like, "The thing is, when you're young, you're a liberal, and when you're smart, you're a conservative." I look at Patty, who's like a very liberal person. I'm like, "You want to get a beer?" And she's like, "Yes, yes, please." We didn't make it 5 minutes.
well, yeah, cause like I mean, last time I was at my uncle's house, I don't remember if it was last Thanksgiving or Christmas, but I brought beer for me to drink, you know, and like I would offer it to my dad or my uncle, and they just wouldn't drink it. They're just like, "No, I'm good."
That's
I'm just
kind
like,
of a
I'll be the
bummer.
only person fucking drinking here. Like, I'm not that I was getting drunk, but like, you know,
I
just
I don't know,
have to
that's
do it.
that's
I-
more reason to get drunk.
I remember just before I turned 21, my dad, we'd like have Thanksgiving like in our basement or whatever. My dad would be like, go get my brothers and I a beer. And I'm like, "I'm just your beer runner now? Like, come on." And it's like, and I'm like, "What do you want?" He goes, "I don't know, pick whatever." It's like, "I don't even know what's good. Like, I'm not gonna let you guys know I drink yet. Like, come on." It was,
Yeah, I like it now because my dad's a pretty decent drinker, and like, I mean, like, most of my family does, so it's just like,
he's pretty good at it, you know.
yeah. Now you just like sit back.
He can
and
put them
just-
down.
Yeah, especially with like the kids now. Like Christmas, I was drunk by like 12 o'clock. It's fucking great. It was so much more fun. Watching the kids open their fucking doll houses is like, I could just drink and just.
See, that's just so weird. Like, I've never seen in my entire life one of my immediate family members drunk.
Oh, dude.
There's maybe one time my grandma was drunk at a restaurant, but that like no one of my uncles, aunts, my parents, never seen him drunk.
My family's definitely seen me drunk a handful of times.
Really? I
I-
remember you say you don't like drinking around your family.
Well, it's like I'm okay with it once I'm like drunk, but like I can't like if I'm starting drinking with like my family, I don't get that drunk. But if I'm with friends, then I get drunk. Then I just keep on going, and I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
See, I feel like
Yeah.
you can reel it in pretty, like, more than you think you can, you know? Like, when you're around friends, you kind of let all your guard down, like, all your, I don't know. But when I'm around my family, I could be drunk, but still, like, I'll slip up a sentence, you know, every now and then. But for the most part, I can keep it together, and they just wouldn't know.
Yeah, I only break like one vase usually, so I'm usually pretty on top of my game, you know.
I don't get belligerent, but I definitely get
I only
drunk.
throw up on one kid a year usually. Sometimes I'll hit twins, but you know.
Keep things low.
That'd
Which
be a
cousin
funny
or
ass.
which nephew is it this year?
Yeah, that'd be a funny ass tradition. It's just like all the nephews and nieces are like
Oh,
running away.
I don't like Uncle Joseph.
Oh my goodness!
You need an icky on me.
All right, now that I think
Parents are
about it,
just like,
that'd
"Ah,
probably
God
be
damn it,
that'd
Joseph's drunk
probably
again."
deeply traumatic for the child.
I'm imagining when they're all like grown up a little bit, they're like 16. They're like, why the fuck are we doing this tradition still? And just like 70s, like you know, let me at 'em.
Joseph's like,
slam beers.
shut up, kid.
I'm just thinking when Joseph brings a girlfriend or a wife home, and then the kid's like, "Do you know he puked on me?" And then they're like, "Me too." Wife
the
files
fuck is
for
going
divorce
on?
immediately.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Puke on your family? Only at Thanksgiving.
It's tradition.
It's only once a year.
Tradition is tradition.
Oh my god! They like they do a raffle on who gets it the year.
All right, I think I know what the podcast Instagram is gonna be this one.
The best part is Joseph's editing it this week.
Yeah, Joseph's making it. Actually, no. Technically, it'd be you, Gabe.
Wait, I did last week's.
Yeah, but we pre-recorded that extra one.
Oh, that's right. We're two.
So
yeah.
Joseph can make his own
Just do
the
it.
Instagram.
I'm gonna find. I'm not gonna do that. Because I gotta find photos of your nieces and nephews. And just have you puke on them.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm not gonna do that. There's lines.
That's the line.
I'm gonna put the kibosh on.
Do you guys have a lot of games you usually play? I feel like that's a typical Midwestern family thing. Is everyone plays a game?
Either
I feel like-
we play
Euchre.
knockout.
The fuck's that?
You just punch each other as hard as you can until you knock them out.
Sounds like some shit that would go down at Pax Farm.
You were waiting
No.
for someone to set you up with that sentence.
No, dude. Usually what we do is we play the game of who can punch the softest, and then you're like, all right, you go first, and then like the person like barely taps you, and then you just fucking clock them, and you're like, ah, shit, sorry, you
I
win.
lose.
Dude, I'm about to hit Calvin with that this year.
First the puke, and then you punch him while he's down. At my family, I feel like catchphrase always comes out at some point. We should play that.
Fuck catchphrase.
What?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
With the little like
The little like the little thing. It's like, and you have to like, there's a word you have to say to the team, make them guess what the word is without saying the word. You know?
hate that game.
Yeah, I showed my
My
mom
sisters-
the Jackbox games, and she lost her shit over that. She loves it so much. So now every time I come back, she's like, "You want to play that Quiplash game?" And it's like
All right,
Dude, I
but
would
granted,
never
that
play
is-
Quiplash in a
Honestly,
family
that's a
gathering.
way
That
better
is-
than Skippo, but it's super weird seeing your family's responses to it.
Yeah, that is so dangerous.
Because people progressively get like more dirty, I guess,
Raunchy?
with it, or like
Yeah.
more like liberal with like what they're saying. So it's just really funny to see how like people are like testing the waters, like, oh, I got some laps, and then the last like round is just some shit you would never say around your family because it's text. You're not saying it out loud, so it's
yeah, but
okay.
you also, it's not anonymous. Like, you know who did what.
I know, but it totally goes off the rails every time.
Ugh,
It's so funny.
Dude, I would never play Quiplash unless I'm with like close friends, because that can get out of hand real fast.
Oh, it totally does, but it's fun.
2 years in a row, my family has wanted to play Cards Against Humanity.
Ugh.
Dude,
That's
your
such a
mom
bad
would
idea.
would not want that game.
Oh my god. And like my parents don't play it, but they like watching it, and like they're like, "Joseph, you play." And I was like, "No, I'm not going to read any of these cards in front of you guys or admit to playing any of these cards in front of you guys. I'm good."
I don't want to be there when Calvin asks what bukkake means. All right, I'm just gonna. I don't want to deal with it.
Or he plays the Pac-Man one because he likes Pac-Man.
Yeah, so I usually try to not play that game around
Yeah,
my
you have to be
family.
very limited to wholesome games at family events. I feel like.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
it's just, ugh.
we usually play Heads Up, which I don't know if you guys know what Heads Up is.
Yeah.
It's a
Ellen game.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Ellen. It's an app on. My mom gets puts on her iPad.
No, that's
she's
so
blind.
big.
Yeah, I know. And it always, every time, without fail, it's guys against girls. And every time, the guys are incredibly orderly. They talk one at a time. Sometimes you get a little overlap. Sometimes, someone might be talking over each other, but it sorts itself out. It's a clean game. The girls' turn, they are screaming over each other. The person holding, like, the iPad is, like, freaking out, trying to listen to people like squatting and like just doing all this weird shit. My sister put her foot on the counter at one point because she like was so stressed out, I guess. It's crazy, and somehow they win, and I don't get it. somehow they hear through this bullshit of everyone yelling at each other, and they win. And I'm just done with it.
But it's funny you say that, 'cause
garbage.
when we play catchphrase, it's a similar kind of game, I suppose, like kind of flipped. My brother has the kind of brain where he's very specific. So it'll be his turn. He sees the card, the thing he has to like have us guess, and he'll be like, okay, all right, Jacob, remember that time like 2 years ago we did this thing with that, and then what was the thing that we? I'm like, what? Like, you need to be more general, dude. I cannot remember what you're referencing, but he always does that shit. It's so funny.
Fine.
Fuck those games. We always
Yeah.
do that, and then we watch the movie Elf to kick off the
Oh,
Christmas season
Love Elf.
every year.
Do you guys watch the Macy's Day Parade?
No.
Nah, dude, fuck that.
It's always on, but
Yeah.
I don't think I watch it.
Yeah, I might if I get up early enough, I'll just lay on the couch and watch a little bit of it. But
My dad always talks about, because they have a different one in Detroit, how it's like on afterwards, and he's always like, oh, I remember going to this one. Every year he tells me about it. And it's like, okay, Dad, cool. It's just a worse parade. Like, I don't know, less impressive, I guess. I don't know. It's cool, Dad. I don't know.
the other thing with the Macy's Day Parade is like every year Rosemont High School, which is like around where I grew up, they always go because their marching band is insane. So they're always in it every year. That's kind of cool to see. But
Yeah, I guess it's cool, yeah, if there's like a high school nearby, because let's be real, none of us went to high schools that are gonna, well, I don't know about you, Jacob, but the three of us from Michigan didn't go to high schools that are gonna be in the marching parade, or the
No.
Macy's Day Parade.
Nah.
yeah,
Um,
I don't know.
but-
It's just one of those things, you know. All right, any closing thoughts on Thanksgiving for everyone?
Fuck turkey.
I'm gonna agree with the vegan on that one. For once in my
Vegan,
life.
not Dayton. The vegan.
The vegan.
The dirty one.
I will say, my one of my friends from high school came up with a pretty good alternative to turkey. Him and his parents, because his family is from like Wisconsin, so they never like went to visit them really for like holidays that often.
Mhm.
They would just do a lobster. Like they'd each have a lobster, and like that was.
Hmm.
It's like, why make like a whole fucking turkey? It's like, why not just like have lobster? And like they all like lobster, so it's like, I don't know. I always thought that was kind of cool. It's like
Yeah, if it works, it works.
something different.
I can never do lobster; it's too rich for me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I can see why people like it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, that's our show. Thank you for listening to the Engineers.Filters podcast, episode 46. Again, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EWF Podcast, and you can find our show every Monday on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. We will see you next week, and hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Bye.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Clucker Day.
Clucker Day. Bye.